Hello everyone, I'm here with another verse of the day. I'm sorry, I don't sound good because I'm a bit sick. It is found in the book of James, chapter 4, verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Pride is one of Satan's most powerful tools. It sneaks into our hearts and blinds us to the truth of God's grace. Pride tells us you're good enough on your own, or you don't need help. We must recognize that pride doesn't come from us. It's planted by the enemy to separate us from God's blessings and strip us of gratitude. James chapter 4 verse 6 is reminding us that God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Pride keeps us from experiencing God's blessings because it puts the focus on ourselves instead of Him. It blinds us to our need for God's grace, leading to self-righteousness, sadness, and misery. Pride builds walls, whereas humility builds bridges. Pride is self-reliance. It's trusting in your own strength, wisdom, or righteousness instead of God's. But self-reliance always leads to disappointment because we were never meant to carry life's burdens on our own. Pride sets us up for failure because it blinds us to our weaknesses, and keeps us from seeking God's help. Self-righteousness is a form of pride. It's especially dangerous and makes us believe we're good enough on our own, but it robs us from the joy and peace that comes from trusting in Jesus. Pride leads to silence because it takes our eyes off God's grace and places them in iniquities. The first step to overcoming pride is acknowledging it. This requires humility, which Satan works hard to keep us from. Pride tells us that surrendering is weakness, but in actuality, surrendering to God is the ultimate act of strength. For example, Jesus had every right to be exalted. Choose humility. He surrendered everything, even his life, to fulfill eternal life for us all. When we surrender our pride to God, we follow Yeshua's example. We let go of our need to be right, strong, or sufficient and allow God to take over our lives. Surrendering isn't defeat, it's the gateway to strength and freedom. Pride blocks us from God's blessings because it blinds us to His work in our lives. It keeps us focused on what we lack instead of what we have. Gratitude counteracts pride and shifts our focus back to God. Pride says, well, I did this. Humility says, God did this. I really hope you can remember that pride isn't from God, but from Satan. Whenever you feel prideful, I hope you could deeply forsake it. Thank you guys.